Triple-digit heat becoming the norm. Keeping ourselves cool is essential, but our pets also depend on us to do the same for them. In this week's edition of Wellness Wednesday, Action News Now reporter Lauren Cooper shares one woman's story of her dog, Pebbles, and what she wants other pet owners to know when the heat comes around.
Many of us like to think of our pets as family. We love them and try to give them the best care we can for the short time they're with us. But in this dangerous heat, awareness is key to keeping pets safe from heat-related emergencies. Pet owner Leanna Misheloff knows this well when her dog Pebbles died from heat stroke after just minutes of being in the sun.
She was so cuddly and loving and just free-spirited, but also very opinionated.
Misheloff tells me it was a regular summer day in Chico when things went wrong.
She had only been out for 5-6 minutes. It was just too much for her to handle.
Tell me when you first started to notice something was wrong.
Yeah, so we had let her out to use the restroom and we just left the back door open as we always would. And after about 5 minutes, we noticed she hadn't come inside. So we went to check on her and we found her really lethargic, salivating really heavily and breathing really inconsistently. She was really hot. We rushed her into the shower and tried to cool her down.
But things only got worse for the 14-year-old Shih Tzu.
It happened really quickly. I think that's what shocked us because it was so quick and it wasn't like it was 115. I want to say maybe it was 100.
The family took Pebbles to the emergency vet, but it was too late, and Pebbles ended up passing away.
We didn't know, and especially like the breed had so much to play into it as well because like the short snout and it has them not be able to breathe as properly. Her age played into it as well.
This is the same thing 12-year volunteer for the Chico Animal Shelter, Shelly Rogers, has to say.
The heat is especially impactful on any dog with a short snout. Pugs, bulldogs, anything with kind of a pushed-in snout. When air goes through a dog's nose, it cools it before it gets to them. And dogs with those short noses, the air is not as cooled when it reaches them.
Rogers says some symptoms of overheating and heat stroke pet owners need to look out for are excessive panting, glassy eyes, lethargy, and changes in normal behavior. If you notice these symptoms, your next actions are incredibly important.
If you suspect that your dog is overheated, what you do not want to do is submerge them in water. That cools them down too quickly and in a dangerous way.
Instead, Rogers says you want to cool them down slowly.
Number one, get them into a cool place. Inside air conditioning, if possible, definitely into the shade. Number two, get some cool compresses and put them on the underside of their body. That will bring their body temperature down. And number three, if that doesn't alleviate their symptoms, they still seem like they're suffering, take them to the vet, to an emergency vet if possible right away.
Another thing that Rogers says is something you can do at home to protect your pets from this heat before taking them out on a walk is to test the ground yourself. So for reference, it's about 92 degrees outside right now. What you want to do is put the palm of your hand on some cement here for about 7 seconds. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. And it's definitely a little warm, almost hot, but not unbearable for me. So you could technically take your dog out for a walk, but in the next hour or so, especially when it reaches triple digits, it is not going to be safe outside for your pets. And Rogers says it's more than just our pets we need to look out for in this heat.
In this terrible heat, it's not just dogs that are impacted and suffering. If folks out there would put a pan of water out for wildlife, birds, unowned cats, every living thing is being impacted by this heat. Putting water out could save wild lives.
Misheloff says she wants her experience to be one pet owners can learn from. Although Pebbles is just a memory now, she lives on in the hearts of her family, who is determined to never let this happen to any of their pets again. Lauren Cooper in Chico, Action News Now.
Great advice. And another thing Rogers says pet owners can do to avoid the heat taking an impact on their pets. Take your pets on a walk first thing in the morning right now because temperatures jump up very fast once the sun comes out.